Hey gamers, so I finished the XP farm, and I thought I'd come on here and give a little walkthrough of what I've been up to for the last week-ish. I finished this area, I got the XP farm all set up. I'll show you over here in free cam. This is the room we got set up last time, and I built this little bubble vader, and then it drops them down here. I had to do a little finagling to figure out where exactly they should land, but I got this spot here, and they can be killed with a one-hit kill. I use this sword. It's got all these enchantments on it, but they can be killed with just a fist, too. They're down to, like, one heart, I think. So, yeah, it works pretty well. I've died recently, so I'm back down, but I did get all this enchanted stuff. I was able to enchant most of my gear. I could use some better enchantments on the armor, but for now it works. The other thing I did was I put together, at first it was just this little rail line that takes you back to my base, but I've got it all set up now so it can take you all the way down here to the mines. I've got this sort of grid set up. I'll show you how successful I've been. I've done a lot of mining, a lot of strip mining, which also gave me quite a bit of XP. It's not a bad way to get XP. I've got most of this area. I want to do this block over here, but the one I've started so far is over this way. I blocked out this grid, and then I'm going to do strips through this area. But I've gotten quite a few diamonds with this method. I'll have to see. I think I'm up to 3 stacks by now. But for now, we can take the old minecart back up. It always feels so wasteful to space out the uphill minecarts super close, but it also feels wrong to have them move so slow. I don't know. I'll probably monkey with it. But I do like having a minecart track connecting everything. So this one takes me back to my base, kind of a central area, I think. And I'd love to be able to add multiple lines and different stops. I kind of like building really heavy infrastructure in Minecraft. We'll go there in a second. Let's see. Oh, it's raining. Just like in real life. Oh yeah, I've got 3.5 stacks here of diamonds, which I think is pretty good. Iron and gold, I'm pretty much already out of. Iron I have a little bit. I've been smelting some, but the big reason is I've been building these minecart tracks, and they're expensive. And currently on here, I don't have an iron farm. I'm not really sure how you build iron farms. I know that you need villagers. I mean, I know the basic mechanics. You build a little mini village, and you take a bunch of villagers, have them spawn iron golems, kill the iron golems, get the iron from the iron golems, which is cool in theory, but I'm going to need some help on how I do that. Maybe I'll watch some YouTube tutorials. I'm hoping, just like with the mob spawner, Jamie can show me how to do it, because he's smart. The other thing, which I tried to keep hidden, but I'm working on this. This is important for the iron farm. This is going to be a bridge, or rail line, that takes you all the way to a village, the closest village I've found. I've gotten a little bit of it done. It's maybe... Oh no. As I was saying, I've gotten a little bit of it done. I need to figure out how this interchange works. I think this might be like a permanent stop, and I'll just have another minecart set up to get you onto the bridge. But for now, this is what I'm working with. Takes you up this way. And then I think it's about 500 blocks. It's not super far. But I've yet to do all of the powered rails and such. But the other thing is I don't want it to just look ugly. I mean, on a functional level, it's just got to be a string of blocks with a minecart rail on top. Because I want to have the minecarts so it's easier to haul villagers back and forth. Especially because I'd like to not have all the farms and stuff super close together. But I would like to have the iron farm over here in the spawn chunks. But in order to make it pretty, I've kind of come up with this design here. I'll show you. These little archways with the, there's some scaffolding there, ignore that. These little archways with the stone bricks and the slabs on top, sort of every 15 blocks. I think it looks nice, it gives it sort of structure, and I think as we populate this area with more builds, I think it'll look nice to have sort of this elevated train going through all the areas that are more, you know, populated. Especially because if this winds up looking good, I'll probably build rail lines all over the place just because I think they're fun. But obviously rails require a lot of iron and a lot of gold. So I think my next step, I'll try and finish this line to the village as best I can with just mining iron and that kind of thing. But hopefully, if we can get an iron farm and a gold farm going, then I'll be able to put the rail lines through much quicker. The other thing I'm really excited about too is in the next update, the Happy Ghast is coming, which will make building these archways a lot easier because I'm having to do like scaffolding and climb up and build. They're sort of weird. It's hard to build these underneath these upside down circles. And I think they look really cool. I like having their sort of a rounded edge, but they feel very solid and structural. But it'll be a lot easier once I have the Happy Guest to not have to like build scaffolding up, build the thing, tear the scaffolding down, fall and die a million times like I've been doing. How many? I'm up to 17 deaths. I think I was on 6 2 weeks ago. So that'll be really handy, especially because, as you can see off that way, it gets much higher further down that way because there's mountains and stuff I have to go over. I guess I could have gone through them, but it's also a lot of trees and stuff, and that becomes a huge pain. And I like having the elevated rail. I think it looks cool. You get to see the world as you're going across. And yeah, I think once we have the Happy Ghast, I'll have a lot more fun building these arches. The other thing is I finished the bones of this structure, ceilings in. I just don't know what to do with the windows. I want to do something with stained glass here. Maybe, I don't know, something. I don't know that I could do a whole lot of pixel art, but maybe I could. And these windows too. I want to put stained glass in them. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. I'm hitting a point with building where I'm going to need to do some more logistical things. But for now, I'll take my minecart back down and get back to XP grinding and working away. See ya.